Man, the young guys are running the NBA. And it looks like the young guys will be running the NBA for as long as we can conceptualize. It was crazy, man. I was just kind of scrolling on ESPN and they were talking about, the NBA draft is upcoming, with all the NBA playoffs and finals coming up and everything. And the draft obviously coming up soon too. And they highlighted the top 100 prospects. And this was fascinating to me. When I really kind of got a little deep dive into the whole prospect list, and I was just kind of going through, obviously, Cooper Flag is the number one prospect or whatever. We all kind of know that. But the thing that was crazy about it was when I was going through 1 through 10 and I was looking at their ages, there is not one dude on the list of top 100 prospects in the top 10 that's over the age of 19. Dude, them young boys, they run in the NBA, but they're going to be running it for years to come. Like real talk, not one in the top 10 of all of these. You can look at the names here, right? Led by Cooper Flag, who's just a little over 18. Like he's 18 and like 4 months. Not one of the top 10 prospects are over the age of 19. And so when I opened it up, one of the things that I looked at was I was like, all right, well, let's go into the top 20. When you got into the top 20, it's number 13. McQueen is the first one that's actually 20 years old. It's crazy. Like, again, maybe I just hadn't been paying a whole lot of attention to the prospects, and I'm showing my age. I got to put these doggone glasses on to read what's on the screen here. But yeah, Derek McQueen was the only other one up until that point that was at least 20 years old. And I think the next one, it was one more of the guys, I think number 19, I think it's Danny Wolf, that was 21, right? Everybody else is 18 or 19 years old. Them young boys are running things. Them young boys are leading it. And, it's interesting when you think about mindset. There are 5 components to your mindset. And, it's your beliefs, your relationships, your experiences, the stories you tell yourself, right? And how you view yourself. And sometimes I think some of us view ourselves as, top tier basketball talent, but you come and you look, the top 20 prospects are 18 or 19 years old, the vast majority of them. So if you're not a young boy, if you're not a young dude, are you really one of the top tier talents up and coming in the realm of basketball? Again, how you view yourself, that really impacts and controls your mindset. I mean, it's kind of funny to think about because, again, I'm 45. So all of these dudes could be my son, right? Biologically speaking, from the standpoint of age. But then when you think about how we view ourselves, we still have cats down at the park who think they the next coming of this or that, or they're going to get discovered. But to me, this gives a window into what is valued through the lens of the NBA. Youth is valued, right? And I mean, you could think about it from a business perspective. If I have a young guy who's really good, I'll have him for longer. That's a better return on my investment. But it was just fascinating that all of the dudes who are the top prospects are 18 or 19 years old. What would be even more fascinating is if they removed the 1 year removed from high school rule for the non-international players. Because I think you might even see the prospect list get even younger, where it won't be 18 and 19-year-olds. You'll be talking about 17 and 18-year-olds, right? So who knows what the future holds. But the one thing we can say about the future, especially the future of the NBA, it is young. Now, shout out to LeBron and, KD and Steph, all the ones who are doing the thing as the senior citizens of the NBA, because they still getting it in. But the NBA's future is definitely young. And this list right here lets you know what is prioritized. So, yeah, man, what are y'all's thoughts? This is just interesting. I didn't I don't know why I went down this rabbit hole on age, but it made me really just, maybe it's, you know what? Maybe this is just a realization of how old I am, right? When I turned 45, I said I'm halfway to 90. And when I see the top prospects for the NBA, the whole top 10 is either 18 or 19. I think I feel closer to 90 than I do to 45. But anyway, y'all have an amazing day. Y'all be blessed, well, and wise. It's your man, Coach Mike D. It's time for you to become the quarterback of your mindset, right? Because if you're not going to be the quarterback of your mindset, there's somebody sitting on the sideline vying for that position, and you don't know where they're going to take you. So it's time for you to take control. Y'all be blessed, well, and wise. Have an amazing day.